Welcome to 15-minute mentoring number 35. I had original plan to put here a recording of a mentoring session that I did this week, but we had a great session, and my student asked me at the end. I knew that he felt uncomfortable, so I actually raised it. And I asked him that what I thought. He didn't want us to put it online. And I respect him. You know, sometimes when you expose yourself and if you feel not comfortable, it's your privilege. So instead of that, I wanted to do a few things in this session. And the first one, I called it Market What the Hell. And January was a little bit tough for me. It's still January, but there was a week even I had 2 consecutive red days, which really, it's been a while since it's happened to me, which is okay. And when I'm going every week or whatever on my stats and everything, I can see that, you know, the big trades, I have a lack of them. So I wanted to discuss with you about this and see what can we do about it and how we can trade in this kind of environment. So the first things I want to look when I'm actually talking about the market and the reflection of my trading is going through the sector and understand through each sector why I actually get this kind of feeling and results. Before getting into the sector, let's watch first the SPY. We're gonna use, and again, time like this demand us to use higher time frame. So this was the previous high. We had kind of a channel here, and we broke to a new high in the SPY. Side move, then we broke down. And if I'm watching it on the weekly charts, you can see the uptrend that we have. The previous pull down, and then we actually can see on the weekly we're basically side move. So if we're going to break, for example, the 449, we're going to have this support here. And again, breaking that level here can give us maybe more energy towards, you know, maybe doing a little bit short. But we need to learn. We need to ride those levels. And if I'm going to the Nasdaqs again, we can see that Nasdaq is pretty choppy. Even the daily, we need to go even to the monthly that you can see the upper trend. But then if we will go to the weekly, again, we actually broke the level that we saw on the SPY, and next support we have is around here, and definitely after that we can have here. So I'm actually writing myself those levels. And if I want to go into even the, what is name, the IWM, where is my IWM? Yeah. So in the past, we talked about the IWM that was, let me zoom a little bit. It was a channel of few months. We actually broke it immediately. We came back, and again, we're back to this channel. Again, this level is very important, the 207, because if we are breaking it, again, we can go all the way toward here, and a lot of times, if you see the sale in the small cap, give us a nice sign. So you need to look at the bigger picture right now, really big picture. If I'm going to the technology, the XLK, so daily chart. really choppy, I have to go again. High time frame to the weekly, and again, we're breaking this level. We have a nice support around here, a nice support here, and if I want even zoom, and this is what I'm doing, for example, I can go into the solar, because even on the technology, we definitely have a sector, semi, solar, and you can see that the solar is much weaker than the sector itself. So we actually have the higher low a few months ago, and then we are getting to this support here that if we break it, we actually can go here. And again, when I'm talking about this, the way I'm approaching it, if I see, for example, that we're breaking this level, immediately, and I have this already ready, I have all the solar sector ready. So when I see, for example, that we are hitting a number or something, immediately I can rely to this with all the relevant sector, stock sector, and I can make it, I can make trades, I can make something from my preparation, and this is exactly the time to prepare. Energy is strong. You can see that until now we saw a sign of weakness. If I'm going to the energy, definitely we can see higher, higher high with a nice volume. So definitely this is something that we can actually go to when the time is not really sure what's going on. If I'm going, for example, for the Chinese, I'm going to the Asher, it's really mess up. It's really mess up. And if I go to the weekly chart, I can see that around this level or around this level. And again, writing myself those things. Earning in the financial. So definitely I can go to see the XLF. And actually we broke this high, came back for a retest. Good volume. Definitely we need to watch to see. Because the main thing to do right now, again, we have the earning and it's going to be amazing opportunity, but we need to be very flexible, watch the sector, and if something is pretty strong or weak, definitely let's go for it because this is where the opportunities are. So for example, if I have the XLV with all the COVID and everything, definitely we can actually, we can go to see the sector. We actually broke, you can see that level here. It's actually good resistant. We came back again here with a good volume, and if I want to see the big picture, definitely you can see a higher low here. Definitely it's very easy to see. And we have a nice channel here. And again, if we see this, we can go to all the crazy stock in the sector and focus. So you can see that there's tons of opportunity. Again, XRT, retail, looks pretty weak. You see, we actually broke this level. We broke this level, and next time, let's see on the monthly, because now I want to see even a big picture. Yeah, definitely we can go into all the 77, and in the retail we have so many stocks. Now, together with the earning, uh, definitely we need to watch. So you're going to see this lecture that sometimes it's really tough to trade, at least for me this January. But on the other hand, it gives you a nice opportunity to do some research, to go over and actually prepare plans that you don't know where they're going to go because, I'm open-minded. I'm not going to say I'm going to short the technology. I'm not going to say I'm going to long the energy. I let the chart decide what to do. Holy knife is one of the strategy that's a little bit more advanced, that you actually can take advantage of a situation that happened and make a nice profit. But if you want to learn how to trade, how to prepare for the trade, how to use risk management, analyze your results, and cause your trading to be better, join me to my mentoring one-on-one, which you're going to do everything live, trade, do the technical, in order to cause you to be a better than you are. What do I need to change in my trading system? So we saw the sectors, and the question is, do I need to change something right now? And I want to start with this and say nothing. You know, sometimes when you have as a trader a rough time or whatever, less than you used to, you start, some people I know question, maybe I need to change everything, and definitely no, especially when you have experience and you are trading for years, you need to do some adjustment, but definitely not, you know, to erase and start all over. What I'm doing, and I start to do, is even evaluate much more in the pre, because usually this is where I'm actually picking my stocks for the opening, and I discovered that the regular thing that I'm looking brought me some candidate at the beginning that were doing nothing. And that brought me to the idea that I have to be selective, even though I will maybe have even one or two. And sometimes there is nothing for me to do at the opening. So be it. It's better than, you know, to be a little bit flexible and then pick a crappy one. No, it's better not to sit on the hand, even though I'm not used to the opening. But nobody asked me. And even in the trades, and I have my system to evaluate, you know, risk or whatever, I even do even more. I can ask myself even more questions again, because I'm seeing that beautiful formation and everything is not developed exactly as I want to. So I allow myself to be even more selective. And the thing that I'm actually changing a little bit is, for example, the way I'm taking partials. So I actually can find myself more as a scalper, meaning I'm watching for a certain quick move, taking the three quarters, raising stop, be much more aggressive. Because then market is not doing, or market change direction so much times, I can be flexible, the trade is gone, hopefully win, and then I can move to another trade. So basically the result is I can see that I have much more trading right now. I'm actually doing much more trades than I used to do in the past. But the most important thing, again, even when sometimes there's no trades or you're in a trade and you have more time to think, you need to stick to the plan. You need to follow it, because this is what saves you from disaster. Let's call it in his name, disaster. Because disaster can happen all the time, especially when you're a little bit fragile and it's not really the environment that you're used to. Definitely stick to the plan, follow it, and I'm watching more Netflix, that's for sure. I'm taking more breaks, I can see, because sometimes it's allowing me to, when I'm actually feel that I don't know what I need to do, or it's kind of a roller coaster and direction and side move, I can take a break, come after an hour or whatever, and sometimes things can look better. A few seconds about my mentoring one-on-one. It's okay to be frustrated, it's okay to take a few minutes to rant, but now what are you going to do to get better? Will you turn that frustration into fuel, to the work? That will make you a better trader. How you answer will be seen in your future P&L. Especially in time like this, if you want to get better, you can join me to my one-on-one program. It's not a course for a lot of people. I'm doing it one-on-one, sometimes even two. We actually detail a trading plan. We're doing it live. We are trading live between session. We analyze, and everything is in order to cause you to be a better trader than you are. In focus going forward, we need to remember we are a guest in the market, so we need to adjust according to him, not the opposite. Market is tricky. We need to live with that. It's a challenge in time, but guys, trading is challenge every day. You have to come ready. You have to be prepared. Be selective, more than usual in trades, especially in time like this. Follow your trading plan with adjustment, as I told you. I'm doing more scalps, quick trades. We'll start the earnings season, guys, which will give us a wide opportunity, definitely more candidate, more opportunity, more catalyst, more momentum, and I'm definitely looking forward to this, especially this week. We started last week with the financial, but definitely this week we start to move forward. Keep the faith in yourself, guys. No one will do it better, especially again, time like this. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. Your goal is your desired outcome. Your system is the collection of daily habits that will get you there. This year, spend less time focusing on outcomes and more time focusing on the habits that precede the results. James Clear, Atomic Habits. And every session we do, every trade of the week, everything we do because we need to crush our limited beliefs to be better than we are.